Hey guys, what's up? I'm your host Maria Cozette. You're watching Music Box, and my guest today is a singer-songwriter and very charismatic individual. His name is Knoup Tomopoulos of the band Viza. How are you?
Hi Maria, and hello everyone out there in Fantasyland.
I'm so happy to have you here because it's going to be a very informative interview, yet fun. So that's always a good thing.
That's a good mix. Like
Yeah.
variety pack in cereal.
Of course. So you have a very accomplished career and you've done a lot. You've traveled. But let's start from the beginning. So how were you first inspired to get into music?
Just by simply following the inner voice. I mean, stop laughing.
I'm not.
It's a serious thing here.
I know.
I was
Go
a
on.
child. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to be a good boy. But then one day, this little guy in here said, you know what, you're going to be a singer one day. And I said, really? Am I going to be a singer? And I followed through, and I actually posed that to my mom and my dad, and they laughed at me, much like how you just laughed.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
I was kind of sad at that time. I was like, no, I'm determined. I will make it. And I put my foot forth in determination, and 3 decades later, I'm still, going forth,
Yes, you are going forth swiftly.
Yes.
So tell me about some of the bands in the past that you've been in.
I was in I first started off with a group called Knoup, which was, started off as like a punk rock alternative group, and then eventually it morphed into a very dark metal fit that pretty much I explored all sinister sides of me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was not like this.
I don't see you being sinister.
Oh, I was very sinister.
Really?
I was,
Okay.
In New York, I was playing at up and down the city and like legendary CBGBs, and the kids loved. I was dressed up in very gothic, long hair.
Oh, no way.
Piratey, and I was always like, rawr, and it was just a bunch of screaming. And
I see.
then I grew up.
I see. And then when did you move to LA from New York?
I moved to LA from New York in 2002.
Okay.
And the reason being was after the 9/11 tragedy that happened in New York, the scene in New York kind of like took a huge hit. Nobody was going to shows anymore. So the Whispers in the Wind told me to go west and headed out to LA.
That was so poetic.
Here. Thank you so much.
The whispers in the wind.
Yeah.
Headed me west. Yes. Silent. Okay.
No, that's poetic. Very nice.
Okay, so then how did Viza come about?
Viza actually started off as a project of mine in 2000 in New York. I was associated with a songwriter named Johnny Nice, and we just wrote some Mediterranean, Middle Eastern music, and we wanted to create this sound of culture meets language, and we wanted it to embody the entire, our roots.
Right, that flavor.
So, right. Mm-hmm. So we started off with it being and it's our first EP that we were handing out. We started off with just a few songs, just electro kind of folklore. Right. And I had that CD when I came to LA, and I was just passing that CD around, and people, a lot of my peers in the community were just like, you need to start a band. And you need to start a band with this. And after a bit, I kind of like said, okay, maybe I should kind of just lay off the hard metal, black metal fit that I had, and maybe I should try this. And I gave it a shot. Met a few band members that on the way, like Shant and Alex. Right. And we started the project, and we started the band actually. And soon enough, Orbel came into the mix, then Chris came into the mix, Andrew came into the mix, and then it just, over the years of just playing through, it's just been a journey since, 2006, where the band started. The project started in 2000, the band started in 2006, And it's just been a ride, you know. It's been kind of like watching a child grow, and it's been interesting.
Yeah, truly. I mean, the first time I saw you guys perform was actually at the Derby in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
And it was an event where on different stages, different rooms, people were performing. So I was performing in the other room, and I was actually wanting to check you guys out.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, I better be performing at a time when Viza's not performing, so I can go check them out. And I was able to, and I was truly impressed because it's such a very interesting sound and very impressionable and very intriguing.
Well, at that time we were doing more of our world music flavor. Right now we've gotten a little bit more edgier,
right?
Especially in the rock element. But back then it was just all about, you know, being festive and cultural and just creating a mood of just glee and you know.
Right. And actually, speaking of being cultural, you're Greek.
I sure am.
Yeah, and you know, and most of the people you work with are Armenian. So, and you know, the cultures are so similar. But I do want to say that as an Armenian, the work that you've done for Armenians in raising awareness for the genocide and a lot of other things, really commendable. I mean, it's great when Armenians do it, but to me, it's even more, you know, commendable when someone non-Armenian does it.
Well, I do it for two reasons. Well, actually three reasons. One, the Armenian community has been nothing but great to me. And
we love you.
Well, I love you. So that's one. Two, I'm Greek. We have a history with the Ottoman Empire.
Exactly.
Being enslaved for 300 years. So it is in my duty from my ancestors to do something on behalf of them, even if it means raising awareness for the Armenian genocide, which was, you know, years later after our enslavement.
Right.
And the number three, which is the most important, believe in justice. You know, I believe in doing the right thing, you know?
Yeah, I love that. And really, Music Box is all about not only providing a platform for artists to promote their work, but also to convey a positive message and to really do something with the platform that you are given as an artist. And you definitely, you know, exemplify that. So before we go on with our cool interview, let's check out a performance of yours in Budapest. This is the Sziget, am I pronouncing it correct?
Sziget Festival. It happened a couple years ago. I had longer hair. We were doing a cover of Alabama song by The Doors. It was quite the riot. Good times on that big stage.
I love The Doors. Let's check it out. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hey guys, you're back with Maria Cozette and of course my wonderful guest Knoup Tomopoulos of the band Viza. And of course you can always go check out everything Viza. Go to experienceviza.com or Viza Music on Facebook and Twitter. So like we were talking about raising awareness, you started up Silence the Lies, Rock the Truth. So how did that come about?
Well, we wanted to start the idea. We were definitely inspired by System of a Down and Their Souls concert. So we wanted to continue that ideology with raising awareness, you know, bringing the community together, bringing arts, music, all together, one event, one stage, and it would be always on April 24th.
Right.
And we always wanted to get proceeds, you know, put forth to really good youthful Armenian foundations. And it started off, I think it was the Knitting Factory we began it, the first one.
Oh, I remember the Knitting Factory.
The Knitting Factory.
Yeah.
So it was just started off as an idea, and then eventually it just garnered some good amount of success, and we are now in the 6th year. And as a matter of fact, this last show that you were a part of, we raised a lot of money for Oran, which is an Armenian youth foundation in Yerevan, Armenia, which I've been to. Wonderful things happen there.
Oh, you've been to the orphanage?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And it's a place where they teach kids, you know, skills, education, keep them healthy, keep them off the street, which is the most important thing you want to do with children. And then the AYF Youth Corps, which is also part of the proceeds. But anyways, April 24th. We've been doing this now for 6 years, and we'll do it for how many more years we can.
Yeah, and it's certainly, I mean, there's so many events going on that day, but it is one of the more outstanding ones. And the reason why is because I think it's unique in its idea, and it's driven by a different energy than any of the other events. Of course, it's important to participate, in the marches and all the commemorative and visiting, Montebello and everything, but this one is just like a different kind of energy in there. You're rocking out. You're rocking the truth.
I was raised in a Greek community that believed in bringing the community together with concerts, and I definitely wanted to imply that into this event, because that's how you get the kids involved, you get the the mature audience involved, and they're all fighting for the same message, but keeping it peaceful and keeping it, artistic.
Oh, definitely.
Which is most important.
Yeah, you can feel the energy, and there's also a sense of unity in there too, which is important. Let's talk about the new album, and then we're going to get into your music video. So how is this different from all the other stuff you guys have done?
It's another chapter, Aria, the new record, which is available at experienceviza.com and iTunes, Amazon, and all your stores out there on digital world. Like that?
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so what's different about this record? Usually beforehand with the previous records, we've had individual songwriters bring into the table certain pieces, certain songs, and we'd work off of that. For this album, defined as Aria, which is one voice over music, we took that installment and applied it in our songwriting technique, where everybody came together as a unit, as one voice, and created the music.
Nice.
So every song was pretty much, there is no derivative of an individual songwriter. It's pretty much garnered together all with everybody in the group.
Which makes it powerful.
Which makes it powerful, and you can hear the difference in I believe, the songs are extremely strong.
Yeah.
It's because everybody was able to put in 110% of themselves into the song, as opposed to, let's say, if I bring in a song into the mix, a couple band members might not be so thrilled about it, so they might not put themselves so much into it. But this way, when we all put it together, it all comes out.
Right.
Much like a beautiful cake, layered so nicely with sprinkles and frosting.
Or a woman put together very nicely.
I like how you say that after I lick my finger.
Anyways, let's talk about the
quick.
Let's talk about the single and the music video.
Yes. Well, first and foremost, the single "Midnight Hour," which we are now being spun on Octane.
Yes.
Sirius XM.
So Viza's on XM radio. I'm so proud of you guys.
Channel
Love
37.
that.
So if you're in your car and you have Octane, dial it in. We're being played Midnight Hour.
That.
So that one is on the air, and as the video, I guess you're going to be playing, is not off of Aria, but is off of our previous record.
Oh, okay.
Carnavalia. It's Magic Ladder. It's a film noir directed by a very talented female director named Jasmine Dagigian.
Awesome.
And it's a little crime mystery, so you get to see us in a little theatrical role.
I love it. Yeah. Cool. Let's check it out. You're tuned into Music Box. I'm your host, Maria Cozette, and of course, my wonderful guest here today, Knoup Tomopoulos of the band Viza. I surely have enjoyed our interview today. I haven't had fun like this on my interviews in a while.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll be honest, Knoup.
Oh my.
You should come by more often.
You got it, girl.
So let's remind our audience, of course, Viza is super dope. I'm sure you guys are all his fans. Anyways, but just to remind you, go to experienceviza.com or on Facebook and Twitter, Viza Music. Knoup, is there anything you would like to tell your fans out there? Go right ahead.
Stay musical thirsty, my friends.
You heard it here, guys. No, but seriously, what are some cool projects you guys have coming up? I think you're planning a tour to Europe, possibly.
We are planning a tour to Europe in October, November. This summer, we're going to go to the beach, work on our tans so we don't be, so palely white when we hit that tour.
It's okay. You guys are all good looking in the band. So.
Well, thank you. We try.
And my last comment to you is I truly want to congratulate you guys on not only your body of work, but also the fact that you've kept your band together. That's very hard to do. It's a certain chemistry you have to have, and of course different personalities, and you're all men, so of course we all know that's hard. But they are amazing. Check them out, experienceviza.com. Thanks for tuning into Music Box. I'm your host, Maria Cozette. See you guys next week. Bye.